Hello, welcome to our special program on spiritual enlightenment and unfolding world events, brought to you by the Grow Movement Nigeria.
Today's topic is the fallacy of racial discrimination, Part 3. Hello again. Welcome to the concluding part of our discussion on the question of racial discrimination. In the two previous programs, we explained that the main cause of racial discrimination was ignorance. Ignorance of the origin of the human being and ignorance of the purpose of life on earth. Above all, racial discrimination stems from ignorance of the spiritual consequences of acting against fellow human beings solely on the basis of superficial differences and erroneous feelings of superiority. We also drew attention to the fact that in the Grail message, there are detailed revelations of spiritual truths to guide every earnest seeker, irrespective of race or gender, to an understanding of the origin of all human beings and the true purpose of life. As such, anyone can learn that we are all here by divine design and mandate to strive for spiritual development and maturity. Unfortunately, following humanity's failure to stay the course according to the will of the Creator, in the event now known as the fall of man, we deviated from this fundamental purpose, thus complicating our earthly paths. However, none of these complications affected the basic condition of human beings with regard to the equality of spiritual endowments or the capacity of each human being to access the love and grace of the Creator, which are immutable and unchangeable. What changes constantly are the conditions of the human beings themselves as they experience and deal with the challenges of life on earth. Each one of us, knowingly or otherwise, is constantly either attaining ever higher self-consciousness or less, in which latter case such a human spirit is heading towards damnation. The results of this constant progression or retrogression are partly evident in the continually changing conditions we see in various races and even in smaller groupings such as nations, clans, and families, and their various strengths and weaknesses. Through reincarnation, as mentioned last week, the divine laws place each person in the family, ethnic group, or race where he or she can benefit most if he or she strives to live according to the will of God, which the laws bring to activity with perfect justice. It is only in ignorance of these important spiritual truths that people exhibit discrimination towards others on the basis of race and the various factors associated with race. Each one of us living on earth today has been here many times before and has been incarnated and reincarnated in several different families and races at one time or another. Thus, racial discrimination at whatever level is not only absurd and condemnable, but it can also constitute a major spiritual obstacle to the attainment of one's maturity and therefore to the achievement of the purpose of life on earth, which is spiritual salvation. Thank you for listening. Today's topic was the fallacy of racial discrimination, Part 3.
For further information, please visit the website www.growmessage.com. Email info@growmovement-nigeria.org.